welcome to today's video. Today I am uber super excited because I'm going to be playing with another, oh god, Kaleidos palette. It's already going peaked on. Now I've already played with two. I've played with the Kaleidos Electric Turquoise Futurism number 5 palette, so if you want to see that I'll link it up in the eye. And then I also played around with, where is it, this one here. I've played around with the Kaleidos Futurism 1 Sci-Fi Green. Again, I'll link that up in the eye as well. So I've already played with 2 palettes. I'm not really going in this very specific order. I'm kind of just going on what outfit I'm wearing and then saying to myself, ooh, kind of want to wear that palette today. So that's what we're going to do, okay? I've got 3 left to try out. I've got the Futurism 2 Cyber Bronze, this beautiful like burgundy shade. The shades kind of reflects the packaging, so I'm not going to bother opening them all because where's the fun in that? I've also got the Futurism 4 VR Neon, which I have been wanting to play with like this whole time, but now I feel like I put it off for so long that I need to keep it for the last one. I don't know, something in me is just like leave to the best to last. And then I have the Kaleidos Futurism III Astro-pink, which I think is the one I want to play around with today. I mean, I'm kind of like matchy, you know? I feel like this is an Instagram waiting to happen. I don't know, I just feel like this is the moment we're going to play with the Futurism 3. So that's what I'm going to be playing around with today. The packaging, again, I've said it in the other 2 videos. I'll repeat myself again because it's still entirely valid. Is bloody awesome. Now look at this. It's just such a beautiful piece of artwork all the way around on the back as well. You got this beautiful packaging. It's almost like dipped in like paint. I don't know, it's beautiful. It's got like that metallic sheen. I love it. So getting into the Futurism 3 palette, it just looks like this. It's stunning. It's beautiful. It's everything. Ugh, it's gorgeous. I feel like it's one of those palettes with a pop of pink and a pop of blue, but slightly different, and that's what I like about it. It's taken a very conventional palette that we've probably seen all over the place, you know, with the wearable browns and a pop of black and like a shimmery shade with a pop of pink and a pop of blue, but it's like, it's different somehow, and I really like it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get up close and give you these swatchies. So we're going to be swatching from this pale brown shade all the way to the sparkly black. So the first shade is Luna, this one right here. Let's go into it. It feels creamy. Oh, okay, that's very similar to my skin shade, so interesting how this is going to look. So this is Luna. Oh, my swatch was terrible there, I'm so sorry. So there it is. I'm just going to take a tiny bit more just because my swatch was a little bit janky. There we go, that's a better, more accurate representation. So that's a lovely, warm, I wouldn't say very pale, but it's like a bronzery sort of shade. That is lovely just to throw in the crease if you didn't want anything else. Something for my skin tone. I really love these sorts of browns, so really pretty. So that is the shade Luna. The next shade we're going to go into is the shade Stardust. This is kind of 1 shade darker than Luna. It's kind of got more of a taupey, slightly pinky undertone to this brown. Slightly, I wouldn't say cool tones, but more of a pinky undertoned brown. So this is the shade Stardust. A little bit more crumbly. I might just add a little bit more to that, just to give you an accurate representation of what it would look like. They're so smooth. But as you can see, just like 1 shade darker. It's like a deeper shade of, what was it, Luna? But more of a pinky undertone, which is really nice, like that. We then have the shade Light Year, which is the first shimmer that we're going to go into. It's kind of like a pearly grey with a pink undertone. I'm really excited for this shade. It looks beautiful. It's like a lavender silver almost. A lavender silver? Maybe that's what you could summarise it as. Yeah, lavender silver. So this is Light Year. Holy, oh my goodness, that is gorgeous. Oh yes. The next shade we have in here is Nebula, which is this lovely maroony purpley red. Oh wow, it's like kind of plummy actually. It's really pretty. So this is the shade Nebula. Oh wow, that's really rich, really beautiful. Wow, pretty. Really complements the rest of the palette actually. It has left a teensy bit of staining on my finger. I am wiping my finger with some makeup remover each time, so it has left a tiny bit of staining, as you can see, in comparison to my other fingers, but doesn't really bother me. Just to let you know, it might give the lids a little bit of staining. The next shade we have here is Neptune. It's a blue that kind of flips slightly purple. Hopefully it will show up. Oh my god, that is so pretty. I don't know if you can see that there, if it's showing on camera. It's flipping like this sort of purple and blue, if that makes any sense. It's really, really pretty. So this is Neptune. Oh, wow. I don't know if you can see that more on my arm. You can kind of see that purple undertone flipping blue. It's not as bright as on my finger, which is interesting. It's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like a purple with blue glitters almost. Really pretty though, really pretty. I feel like this is not justifying how pretty it looks in person. Like on the viewfinder, it doesn't look half as pretty in person. In person, it's blinding. So, oh, this would look good wet, I think. And then finally, the last shade in the palette is Cosmos. This is a matte black with purple glitters infused. And it looks like this. Okay, you can kind of see the glitters. I have a feeling these will probably tap out, which means to me it probably will end up just looking like a matte black, which is fine with me, but you know, yeah, cool. So this is Cosmos. Okay. I don't see, in person I can kind of see the glitters, but to me I'm like, was there any real point in that being in the palette? I'm not sure. I think I would have preferred, I don't know what I would have preferred, but maybe just like a deeper, richer, sparkly purple, I'm not sure, or just like another matte, like a deeper matte, like a deep brown perhaps, to kind of go with these. But yeah, that's the palette. I've got to say that this palette does look very intergalactic. Like I feel like, I don't know, there's something about it that it's very sci-fi to me, and I have no understanding of why I feel like that, but it does. It's very, very pretty. I like it. I think I know what I want to do with this palette. It's probably been done 1,000 times before, but it's what I'm feeling the most. Is this kind of like really smoked out on the outer V, kind of this coming onto the lid, this kind of smoked everywhere, and then these as the transitions maybe. Like this would look really nice in the lower lash line. So I think I'm going to create like this really smoky upper lid with this, and I might start with the black. Okay, here goes nothing. Oh my goodness, I'm actually kind of scared. Here goes nothing. Okay, I think that's the shape I want to carry on creating. I'm going to... Oh, it kind of looks really weird, doesn't it? I'm going to create this shape on the other eye and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm literally unsure of how even this is. I look ridiculous right now. I look ridiculous, but it's kind of like the shape I want to have. I want to have like a really weird shape to it, because I'm going to go into the shade, wait, I've already forgotten what it's called. Nebula, is this? Wait, yeah. I'm going to go into the shade Nebula, this beautiful like raspberry tone, and on this brush, what is this? The Morphe M562. I'm going to take a little bit of this and kind of, oh god, this is going to go one of two ways, brilliantly or terribly. Let's hope it's not the latter. So yeah, like that. Just kind of blend it around the outside. Okay, and 30 years of blending later, I know this, like the inner part doesn't look great, but like the outer part I've started to really blend now. Whoa, that was a big gust of wind. I'm going into the shade. This is the only thing I don't like about having these slips, is I have to keep looking away. Let me like see if I can just hold it up there. I'm gonna go into the shade Luna. This, see, into the shade Luna, this one right here, like the palest shade. Taking this on the brush that I was using to blend out, the same Morphe one, but I've kind of just dragged it across my flannel just to get any shadow off, and I'm going to go around the edge of that purple and just blend the edge of that purple out to really smoke it out. This is a very dramatic look, I'm very aware, okay? A bit drag queeny, but you know me, I kind of like that sometimes. I'm going to take this shade right underneath as well, and we have got like a tiny bit of remnant of purple there, but that's okay. I just didn't want the inner corner to be too heavy. I just kind of wanted to really cat wing it catwing it out, foxwing, not sure, just like bring it out, you know. I'm then going to take the shade Neptune, this beautiful blue. It might need wetting, but I'm trying to take it on a flat shader brush and try and pack it on. It might need a wet brush, seeing how it's picking up on the brush, but we'll just give it a go anyway. Yeah, we're gonna wet the brush. Oh, that's better. That's better. Oh wow. Oh yeah, that. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm then going to take the shade Lightier, this beautiful lavender shimmer, on this like little fluffy flat shader brush, I suppose you could call it. I will wet it like I did the other shade, and I'm going to put this in the inner portion. Oh my god, that is beautiful. Oh my goodness. I'm going to also make this my inner corner highlight because it's just bright enough to not look too ridiculous. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, that is such a pretty inner corner highlight. I love it. I'm also just going to gingerly, very gingerly, this might ruin it, but take a tiny bit on the uppermost part of the brow bone, just tapping it. Yeah, just like that. Just gives it like a little shimmer shimmer. And then just to tidy this up, I'm going to go back into the shade Nebula, this shade right here, with that little Morphe brush, and just kind of wiggle this into the crease and around that surrounding area. And I'm going to take a bit of Cosmos as well and do the same thing, going over where we initially laid it down, just to deepen up a bit more and just blend it all together. And then with a little pencil brush, I'm going to take the only shade that we haven't really used a lot yet, and that is Stardust, the kind of pink toned brown. And on this pencil brush, I'm just going to literally take this and smudge it about on the lower lash line. I know it's kind of a bit of a cheat that I'm not using a lot of this, but I just feel like this look is deep and smoky enough without us adding more and more depth. Okay, so I think that's the final look. I'm going to go put some lashes and mascara on. I've actually already got my lip on because I knew I would want to play with this palette today. Where is the lip that I've got on? This one here. It's by Revlon. It's the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Colour in Seduction. So that's the colour I have on my lips. Might apply a little bit more, but I'm going to go put some lashes and mascara on, and I will be right back. And I think that is it. That is the look with the Kaleidos Futurism III Astro-pink. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm moderately obsessed. This is such a beautiful palette, and actually I think it's way more wearable than I thought it was going to be, because without the blue, this is like, I mean, take away the blue, this is just like a really beautiful kind of pink toned raspberry sort of neutral palette with like some black to maybe smoke the lash line or something, but the blue is beautiful, like, ugh, obsessed, absolutely obsessed. Again, these palettes are just non-stop impressing me. This is the third palette now that I've used, and I just, let me look at myself, I just think they look so pretty. Like, this is such a pretty colour. Look, I love this. I absolutely love this. I have no real criticism of the palette at all, really. The only thing I would say, and this is like really nitty gritty, is the black. There's no point in there being any shimmers in there because you cannot see. However, the black did smoke out nicely into all of these shades. Every shade did blend into each other really nicely. I would say that these two shades here are just a tiny bit too similar. I think they're just a tiny bit too similar. I think this is a shade darker, it would be a little bit better, but it's only like one shade darker in my eyes, if that makes any sense. So maybe I'm wrong. I think maybe in another look I would think completely different. You know, if I was just using these three neutral shades and then maybe the raspberry as a real deep dark shade, so avoiding these two, it might be that actually this is fine, but I just found when I was doing this sort of look that this shade is just a little bit too similar to this one. But that's really the only criticism that I have. I absolutely love this look. I think it's very, I mean, is it different from what I usually do? I don't know. I feel like it's just very smoky, and I approached it differently by starting it with a black. I really love it. I really, really love it. I think it's gorgeous. I love this palette. Again, like I said with the other palettes, it does annoy me that these slips annoy me a little bit, okay? I mean, love the noise, but they annoy me a little bit. But yeah, apart from that, just snapping it shut, that is the Kaleidos Futurism III Astro-pink, and I absolutely love it. I wouldn't say it's like pink, but it's very astro. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you for watching today's video, guys. I really, really appreciate it. If you have enjoyed, give me a good old thumbs up. Let me know that you've enjoyed today's video. Let me know that you like this look that I have created. Subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell because then you'll be notified of all the videos I upload. I upload every single week and you wouldn't want to miss out on more content from me. No, you would not. So thank you guys for watching. Again, I really, really love you guys, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.